So it's an early one, 6 AM. Today we're heading to High Cup Nick.
So we're from Manchester and it takes around 2 hours to get up to High Cup Nick. So we set off in the morning, made a stop off at Tebay services, which is about an hour and a half from where we are. When we're going up north, we always stop at these services because the breakfasts are amazing, as you can see, and the views are not bad either. It is a bit pricey, but it is proper farm shop stuff. The breakfasts are super nice. The breakfast I had, the cooked one, is roughly around 12 quid. Then we headed into the farm shop, just have a little bit of a wander around and check out the local produce that they've got. Here's Haley spending all the money. So after I'd got a bank loan out and bought some local produce, we then jumped back in the car and headed towards High Cup Nick, which is around 20 to 30 minutes away from Tebay. So we've got a car park in the town of Dufton. I will drop a location in the comment section below. There's no charge in the car park, it's just by donation, so you just give whatever you feel is necessary. There is a pot that you can place some cash in, but seeing as this country has gone absolutely mad and no one likes cash anymore, there is also a contactless card reader which you can tap your card and pay a couple of quid, donate to the upkeep of the car park. So as you start to come out of the town of Dufton, you'll see signage for the Pennine Way. As you turn at that sign, it'll take you up this paved road up this gradual hill. As you follow it up, you'll see more signage and the road will change to more of a track. Now we're going to just keep following this track all the way up. And as we start getting to sort of the 2 to 3 mile into the walk, this incline is going to increase and this is probably the most difficult part of the walk. But the views are pretty good here, and if you stick with it, it'll start to level out shortly. What is Haley's finger doing over the lens? Honestly, you ask him to do one thing. Anyway, you're going to get to this gate where there is signs telling you which way to go, but you shouldn't be lost at this point. Go through this gate or hop over it and get to the next one and do the same. Now the path here is less trodden on, but once you've hopped over this gate, if you look up, you can kind of see where to walk. If you just keep following your nose up, it'll become obvious. Now we're probably getting on for around 3.5 to 4 miles now, and at this point the path becomes more visible and it's a lot flatter, as you can see. Now if you look over to your right hand side, you'll notice that the land is starting to open up, so we know we're heading in the right direction. At this stage of the walk, you've got all the hard bit out of the way, the path becomes really flat, and as you can see, the views are pretty cool too. Now at this point of the walk, I'd be absolutely amazed if you got lost and veered off this track, but there are still some arrows pointing you in the right direction towards High Cup Nick. Now around 2.5 to 3 hours into the walk, we finally arrived at the top of High Cup Nick. Cue victory photo in 3, 2, 1. Now in my time, I have done plenty of walks around this area, but I must say that this is probably one of the best views that I have ever seen on a walk in this country. And I might go as far as to say that this actually might be number one. I mean, look at it. It's absolutely incredible. So while I was eating my cheese and ham butter, I set my camera up to get a cheeky time lapse while I was having my lunch. It didn't come out as clear as I wanted it to, but it's not bad, right? Now there are many ways that you can make your way back down. You can either go back the way you came, head round onto the other side and walk round that way, or do what we did, head straight down the middle. So as you are sat at the top of High Cup Nick, just to your left hand side there's a little stream. If you follow that stream, the pathway follows that and then you will get to all these rocks. There is a little bit of scrambling for a couple 100 yards, but then once you get past this bit, the path does get a lot clearer and easier to walk on. As you're coming down this bit, it is very steep for sort of 20 to 30 minutes until you get down to the bottom, and I don't know if it's just me, but it seems more difficult going down. When you get to the bottom of the valley, you're going to want to follow this river all the way down until you reach this wall. When you get to this wall, you're going to want to get on the other side of it, and once you're on the other side of this wall, it's just a straight path which will take you through a few fields of cows until you hit this farm. When you get to this farm, follow it straight through, and as you get to the other side, take a right and follow the road until you hit the town of Dufton again. And there you have it. 6 hours later, we arrive back at the car park.
So that's it, walk done. Total distance was about 9.5 miles. There's some tough little bits, you know, given the distance, it was quite difficult. I'll put the route in a screenshot, but that was probably one of the best walks that I've ever done. in terms of the views that you get at the top. It was absolutely fantastic. So one that's highly recommended by me. See you in the next one.